Labour Secretary Peter Kyle clashed with BBC Breakfast's Naga Munchetty during an interview about the latest migrant deportation. BBC Breakfast presenters Naga Munchetty and Charlie Stayt were joined by the Secretary of State for Business and Trade, Peter Kyle, in the wake of the second deportation as part of the UK and France one-in one-out scheme. This comes after an Indian national was deported, and then an Eritrean man who initially won a last-minute legal claim to temporarily block his removal to France was flown out from Heathrow. However, when questioned if he knew how many more flights were scheduled to leave for deportations, Kyle responded, "I don't know how many are going to come in the coming days." The politician continued, "What you can see is a Home Secretary in Shabani mood, who is straining at the bit to make sure this pilot that we are currently testing with France is delivering to the maximum." Kyle stated, "We are making sure that we are getting as many people who don't have the right to be here returned as swiftly as possible." However, Naga probed, "Why isn't there an ideal number as part of the pilot scheme? A scheme has aims, has targets." Kyle responded, "We're doing something that's never been done before. You can see the previous government failed in every single way, and all the numbers went up. They were not even processing. This is one new pilot, which is one plank of our attempts to get a grip of our asylum system. Don't forget that before there was no processing happening of asylum seekers. They were just parked in hotels." However, before he could finish, Naga interjected, "I understand that. If there's no target for a known number, I'm not going to push it because you have a number." Kyle hit back, "Our target, Naga, is to make sure that everybody who comes to our shore, that doesn't have the right to stay, is removed from the country. That is our target. We want to make sure we get a full grip on our system. That people don't come here in the first place. That is the deterrent that we need." As Naga attempted to interrupt, Kyle continued, "What we're not going to is put a number that would cap our ability to get a full grip on this situation," to which the presenter remarked, "or show an ambition." The migrant who brought a claim against the Home Office was removed from the UK on Friday, September 19, in a decision which his barristers claimed was procedurally unfair as he had not been given sufficient opportunity to put forward evidence supporting his claim that he was an alleged trafficking victim. The Home Office opposed the bid to temporarily block the removal, telling the court that there was no serious issue to be tried. In a ruling, Mr. Justice Sheldon said, "In my judgment, the application for interim relief is refused. The test for injunctive relief is not made out. I consider that there is no serious issue to be tried in this case." The judge said that the man claimed he was forced to flee Eritrea in 2019 because of forced conscription and spent time in Ethiopia, South Sudan and Libya. He traveled to France, where he stayed in Paris for around a week, and the man claimed that he was homeless and destitute, and constantly feared for his life. He then went to Dunkirk, where he stayed in an encampment known as the Jungle for around 3 weeks, without claiming asylum in France. The man arrived in the UK via a small boat and was detained by the UK Border Force on August 6, and was told that his asylum claim in the UK was inadmissible on August 9. Mr. Justice